Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about how Quant could be the backbone for the global economy. On the 24th of January, the Bank of America confirmed that a digital US dollar is inevitable, whereby the US will likely move forward with their own digital currency, with issuance occurring between 2025 and 2030, according to the Bank of America Corporation. The bank also detailed how the development surrounding a digital US dollar will see increases in the adoption of stablecoins and synonymous increases in the utility of blockchain technology, especially in instances surrounding the development of a CBDC. The Bank of America's indication surrounding the development involving a US CBDC coincides with the Federal Reserve releasing a paper outlining the intricacies involving the development and introduction of a national CBDC. The published paper, titled Money and Payments, the US Dollar in the Age of Digital Transformation, authored by the Federal Reserve, detailed the intricacies surrounding the development of an American CBDC. The paper went into detail indicating the benefits and potential risks associated with the utility and development of a CBDC. Benefits surrounding an American CBDC include improvements in the ability to facilitate cross-border payment actions in a faster and cheaper fashion. The paper also outlined the risk of financial crimes will be limited, whereby the issuing of a CBDC will mean financial activities will be more robustly configured. This factor will act as a means of combating financial crimes, namely money laundering and the financing of terrorism. Despite providing details in regards to the potential benefits surrounding the issuing of a CBDC, the paper also outlined insights in regards to the potential limitations and risks associated with the issuing of a CBDC, whereby the issuing of a CBDC will lead to fundamental changes to the structure of the US financial system, altering the roles and responsibilities of private sector and central banks. Another limitation associated with the issuing of a CBDC, whereby the implementation and development of a CBDC includes restrictions and limitations to consumer privacy, whereby a CBDC could lead to the direct recording of a user's financial transactions, with CBDCs looking increasingly likely to become a reality, especially in the US. CBDC developments around the world will follow different frameworks, whereby central banks around the world are almost certain to develop CBDCs backed by varying underlying technologies, be it legacy or DLT. Despite the potential benefits surrounding the development of a CBDC, namely improvements in the speed and rate of cross-border payment actions, variations in the technology which powers such CBDCs will likely be different. This factor will in turn lead to interoperability restrictions, and thus the potential for improvements in the speed and rate of cross-border transactions won't be actualized. The need for interoperability in the new era of the economy and finance as a whole will require an underlying technology which facilitates the open and active means of inducing interoperability between these varying networks. This specific point was highlighted in the Fed's CBDC paper, whereby the central bank stated that new technologies, the introduction of a simplified distribution channel, and the need for the development of cross-jurisdictional collaboration and interoperability would be required. The need for interoperability between future CBDCs will require an underlying technology to convey such measures. The only technology on the marketplace which enables the seamless and active ability to induce interoperability mechanisms, especially between CBDCs, is Quant's overledger offering. Overledger could be the option of choice in regards to acting as the rails to the financial system, namely CBDCs, whereby overledger will provide the potential for varying networks from varying backgrounds to connect and in turn exchange datasets native to specific networks. The ability to induce interoperability in this manner will also enable the ability to connect legacy financial payment and financial systems with future CBDC platforms, whereby through overledger, interoperability between networks will act as a portal to facilitate the coming together of the new age innovation of DLT with legacy frameworks associated with the banking sector, as well as facilitating the active transfer of datasets between varying networks, namely networks synonymous with future CBDCs. Quant also offers the MLT stablecoin. As mentioned by the Bank of America, the adoption of stablecoins would likely be a key attribute of future CBDC frameworks and the new era of finance. Quant's MLT stablecoin could also aid in payment protocols, namely CBDCs, whereby MLT stablecoins will act as the underlying payment method which induces the interconversion of fiat CBDCs. This fact will aid in inducing payment action execution in the new era of finance and CBDCs. The unique characteristic associated with Quant's MLT stablecoin has led to the banking institution, the International Monetary Fund or IMF, directly leveraging the MLT stablecoin in view of future CBDC developments. As well as the IMF set to directly leverage Quant's MOT stablecoin, the IMF have stated on numerous instances the benefits attached to the utility of MOT stablecoins in initiatives surrounding CBDCs, whereby the IMF is a strong proponent of the semi-decentralized aspect attached to the utility of the MLT stablecoin, whereby whenever multi-ledger token stablecoins are used as the underlying payment method for cross-fiat CBDC transactions, token ownership will be recorded and a clear, auditable record will be produced. The utility of Quant's technological innovations surrounding developments involving CBDCs. Active users of Quant's technological innovation will require such stakeholders having to pay to access Quant's offerings, whereby such payment actions will be facilitated through QNT tokens. The following clip from Quant CEO Gilbert Verdian indicates how users of Quant's technology could be required to purchase QNT tokens.
He asks, does this mean a central bank that will use the overledger will pay in QNT? Is it a joke?
That's a good question. Thank you for the question, Alexei. So what we're doing is providing the rails, the network infrastructure to be able to transact. If the application running on the overledger network is a CBDC, then it has the same rules as the network. You have to pay the transaction fees in QNT, the license fees to be able to do that. It really depends if they use it. So I would love to see central banks using the overledger network. It'll be a great testament to the technology, and there's a lot of interest in this space. And what we'd love to bring is interoperable payments around the world onto the overledger network, so you can transact cross borders without having the limitations of the existing system. So if that's the case, we'd love to have that on there.
Okay.
With the Bank of America directly stating that the Federal Reserve is likely to issue their own CBDC, and with the IMF already set to leverage Quant's MOT stablecoin, Quant could become a key figure in development surrounding CBDCs and the future of global finance. What are your thoughts on Quant? Could Quant be the centre of global finance? Let us know your views in the comments below. Become a Crypto Clan member by joining us on Telegram and Twitter, where we talk all things crypto. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.